It's now. What a wild couple of days it's been. And I'm sure you're feeling it. That's why you're here. You feel it's now. You know, the experiences that I've had in the past few days, it's all those experiences put together, they are the evidence. I'm going to be sharing what I've experienced in the past few days. A lot of you, we always say, oh, this is the year, this is the time, but we start to sit back. You have to be alert. Are you alert to your everyday life? Are you alert to the things that are normally going on? Are you conscious and aware, or are you asleep at the wheel? A lot of people go through their life asleep at the wheel. So when you're conscious and aware, when you know your body's point of homeostasis, when you know thyself, when you do things on a regular basis, which I'm going to be sharing, things that I do on a daily basis, and then all of a sudden, all of these weird things are happening all at once. Sometimes we could sit back and say, this is the evidence. There's no such things as coincidences, only synchronicities. So massive things are happening. The timeline split is literally happening now. The rapture is literally happening now. Some of the things that you've heard in the past, certain terms, people might have painted it a certain way. But if you take the Tesla model and think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, you will unlock the keys to the universe. There is a frequency split. And it's very potent right now. A lot of people are feeling it right now. A lot of the band, I see them on the live stream right now. It's good to see everyone. We're going out today. So let's get this show on the road. We have a lot to break down today. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I take the pulse of society. I discuss the ascension journey, and I make it relevant for the everyday life people. And more people are having these supernatural experiences. This is a very pivotal year in the history of humanity. And if you're getting this and you just came on, could you kindly click that like button? It will inform that we're on the air right now talking about this. The energy is here. And I want to start this lesson off talking about my experience yesterday. So those that know me, I'm kind of an old school guy. Some of you know that. If you knew, I'm an old school guy. Sunshine, thank you so much. You are appreciated. I appreciate you, Sunshine. Thank you. I'm an old school guy, and so I listen to AM radio. All right. So if there are people out there that listen to AM radio, I like to listen to sports talk when I'm driving to and from the gym. So I'll have the AM radio on, and during the hour that I normally drive, I do this drive all the time. There's a certain area. So if you tune into AM radio, sometimes you will pick up interference on the AM radio. And, on a daily basis, there's a little area that I drive by. There's a big power line pole, and sometimes I'll get interference there. And also, when it is the evening, that station really, you might get a lot of interference in the evening hours. Well, this was a time that I normally drive my car. I'm accustomed to how the station normally sounds and acts. And I was driving and I had it on, and the whole way, and it was annoying, but there was all this interference and all these strange sounds coming through the radio. And it was kind of annoying. And sometimes I flip back and forth to I listen to maybe some music to hype me up before the gym, but I needed to because I'm a scientist and I have to analyze these things, and I have to get this evidence. So now Once you start taking this journey, your life is just, everything is like a moment. So now I just analyze to see, is it going to stop? And this sound, this frequency that was coming through the AM radio never stopped the whole drive, okay? Like sometimes I'll drive past an area and it might like do that, like, and even not so much, but like do that for a little bit of time. This continued the whole ride, and then coming back as well, it was still going on. So there is something, there is a frequency that is out there, there's an interference, and maybe you might listen, or hey, maybe put on your AM station and see if maybe you're picking that up. We'll see today. So I actually did a quick video of it. I shared it with our Patreon community last night. You might say, you know what, I'm always listening to the radio, and I've never picked up very, very strange signals. There's interference on that frequency. Something is changing. Something is happening. Energy is the ability to cause change, and we can detect energy's presence by noticing the change. You got to get back to the basics during this time period. It's a biblical time period. If it's simple, it comes from God. A lot of people lost the basics. You got to get back to the basics. You could write it down if you agree with that. If it resonates, get back to the basics. During a biblical time, a biblical season, you got to get back to the basics. And if you say, you know what, oh, some of these energies, you know, maybe I can't see. How do we detect it? You got to notice the change. So you could notice the change in yourself. I've shared about ringing in the ears. Okay, so my ears started ringing a long time ago. I'm accustomed to it. I have a full video on, if you're new, full video on the channel page. You could type in "our everyday lives ringing in the ears." It'll pop right up in the YouTube search, okay? So now I'm accustomed to how my ears will, if I hear the sound or the pressure, well, and again, that's why I keep sharing to people. How do I go through this, Uncle Mike? People ask me. Well, you're going to have to make sure that your clairs are up. You have to know thyself, or know your point of homeostasis. I'll say it again. You have to know thyself. You have to be conscious and aware of yourself. Know your point of homeostasis. So I know, you know, how things normally are. I am hearing a very different ringing in the ears. If you are experiencing that, if you're live, you could hit maybe some starburst. Leave a comment down below. Are you experiencing ringing in the ears? Maybe you're a person that never experienced ringing in the ears. You're experiencing it right now for the first time. Hey, wow, this is so strange. I'm experiencing ringing in the ears. We're picking up on a frequency that's happening right now. Something is changing. So we're detecting the change, right? Lion teaches feeling the ringing right now. Are your ears ringing? You could ring my bell. You know, you could ring your bell. No, the ringing is going off right now. So just like how maybe the radio station, the AM radio is picking something up, maybe this station, right? We're picking up on the clear channel. We're picking on the frequency of God frequency. A lot of people are tuned into that static. We got to pick up the clear channel. Are you here on the clear channel? Let us know. The story continues. Oh yeah. That's a good one, right, Stephanie? When I go to sleep at night, I like to put on the solfeggio frequencies. We have some of them on the channel page. Also, you could type in "our everyday lives 528" for the 528 hertz frequency, the miracle tone. And you know, so sometimes I'll have a frequency on when I go to sleep, and I'll play it off the phone. It's off on the side. And last night, I get up in the middle of the night, as I always do, because I have to pee. I'm sure a lot of you are like this. You always have to pee in the middle of the night. So I get back and I make sure I press start for the frequency because it was done. And I pressed it and I will go back to sleep. I wake up in the morning and the phone is off. I opened the phone and I see that it was maybe playing for like 20 minutes out of, it's like a couple hours long. 20 minutes, it just stopped and the phone was off. So something has to like press stop. I was sleeping. I was sleeping that time. So you might experience weird things like that, or your electronics glitching. You know, sometimes even little things in the apps. Maybe you just, wow, this is so weird. Why is this happening right now? Yeah, a lot of people that are going through the ascension changes. But again, maybe you're called to make sure you're thoroughly hydrated, because we have a lot of things going on. So that's a very interesting experience that I had. And another major thing, this here wall. Okay, there's nothing on the other side. There's nothing. There's no one out there. Okay, it's up in the air. In the last few days, I hear like randomly a bang on the wall. And you know, we recently were talking about this. Like I've shared, like sometimes I'll hear like a crack in the air. Okay, so but to hear this bang on the wall, and you say, well, you know, have I ever heard it? Yes. But in the past few days, it's very strange to hear the banging on the wall. So if you're experiencing strange things like that, why don't you write that in the comments? Soul Star gets the snap, crackle, pop in the air. Have you ever just been sitting there and it's like a crack in the air? You hear the sound? So we have to think differently about the reality. And the more that we are thinking in terms of energy, frequency, vibration, we start to understand, oh, it's not just a physical reality, it's an energetic reality. It's a frequency. I'm picking up on a frequency. The rapture is not people flying into the sky. There is a timeline split that's happening now. If you resonate with this, why don't you all write, if it calls you, write 3D, 5D, timeline split is happening now. We are picking up on these things, whether it's strange, you know, sounds or signals on the AM radio, whether you're hearing ringing in the ears, what the heck is going on, whether you're hearing banging on the walls, cracking in the air, whether your electronics are glitching like never before. These are the little anomalies that we're looking for. And please, this is a very powerful community. Please leave it in the comments and scroll the comments and read other people. Sometimes you say, what, am I going crazy? What is all these weird things? I have no one to talk to. Everyone's concerned with the news and fake reality shows and going to work. No one's really looking at, I shared this, one of our most recent powerful videos, okay? The most important thing is the solar flash right now. It's your true ascension. And nothing is more important than that. You're living, do you want to live a fake life? You know, and again, if you're new, please go to the channel page, go to that first playlist, and you could catch up to where we are. I recently shared, we refuse to live in a fake world. And once you put that frequency, and the more people put that frequency, we're all broadcasting a frequency into the quantum field. And then it has to flip. We refuse to live in a fake world. You could write that in the comments as well. Write it now. I refuse to live in a fake world with power, with strength. And the more and more people that are, so many people are waking up. And sometimes you don't even realize who's actually, you know. Yesterday I talked to 2 girls in the gym. We were having a conversation. And, you know, you don't assume that people are like totally on the same page. A lot of people that are on this awakening journey, you think that, oh, you're the only, because that's how it was maybe when you woke up 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. It's not like many people are awake right now. But there was that fear energy. Don't talk. Everyone stay 6 feet apart energy. Everyone be separate. We got to come together because so many people are awake right now. Please click the like button. It allows us to come together. I appreciate that very much. How about the quickening? Time is speeding up. Speed it up, Speedy. Are you experiencing the quickening? Is time or the perception of time speeding up for you? The days will be shortened for the sake of the elect. Are you, again, I can't even tell you, no one could tell you. The people on the TV, fancy people on social media can't. Do you perceive that time is speeding up? You could get lightning bolts going in the chat if that resonates with you. The quickening is now. The rapture is now. It's not a spiritual wackadoo thing, right? And that's why, you know, what I do, I'm just a regular guy like all of you. You know, and a lot of these terms or situations, you know, we see it depicted a certain way. And what we do in this community, we're improving our lives in 3 phases: physically, mentally, and spiritually. We're restoring balance and order. That was the message that God gave me. He said, Mike, you're going to restore balance and order. I said, okay, God. We got to restore balance and order. A lot of the world is out of balance right now. We have to restore balance and order. And it has to be done immediately, if not sooner. It needs to be done right now. It's the power of now. The other thing I had this morning with these giant bags under my eyes. I hope my eyes are okay right now. I'm serious. I woke up. I said, I got punched in the face. I had these giant bags under my eyes. I hope my eyes are okay now. But yeah, I said, like, I've experienced that sometimes when you wake up. And like, I woke up this morning. I said, holy moly, what the heck is going on? So that's also another random thing. If anyone, and again, I'm just sharing about my journey. And the more that we share and collaborate, we're picking up on the changes. There are changes that are happening inside of us and happening in the world as well. I appreciate that, Daniel. Yeah, we're showing up every day. Yes, if you just stumbled in, please click that like button. It's a great support. So, yeah, I saw those bags under my eyes. I never really experienced it like to that extreme. Sometimes I'll go through these shifts. These are the ascension symptoms, the changes that are bodily changes. There are, and a lot of people don't realize the power of energies, emotions. What is emotion? It's energy in motion. How many of God's people, listen carefully to the message, how many of God's people dealt with persecution, dealt with craziness in the past 4 or 5 years? How many people dealt with traumas in the past 4 to 5 years? That was a short season. We had to live through it. Now we're healing from it. Now we're changing. We got our lessons. We learned. Now we upgrade. Once again, we had our lessons. We learned. Now we upgrade. The upgrade is in effect. It's very powerful right now, right, Jessica? Very powerful. Lisa Patterson's keeping it at 100. I appreciate you. The other thing that's also, it aggravates, I wasn't never so sensitive to the wind, but so your energy might be very high, okay? Like anxiety might be high. Again, this is our body picking up on the frequencies that are affecting us. If you've never seen any of my videos on the Schumann resonance, the frequency of the world that we live in, and all biological systems are influenced by the Schumann resonance. So all your systems are maybe going bonkers right now with all this very powerful energy. It's a clearing energy. It's a cleansing energy. But a lot of these emotions, a lot of these shifts, they're coming up, bubbling up to the surface. A lot of you could feel it. You don't have to, you have to know it. Remember, nobody could know the day or time. A lot of people like to predict dates and things, but in your body, like all animals, as Dr. Bruce Lipton says, all animals are able to pick up on vibration and frequency. So you are picking up on things. You might be overwhelmed. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Please leave comments down below so others don't feel alone. You could feel extra anxiety. You're feeling overwhelmed because animals, and that's what we are. When you're in tune, you pick up on these things. You know it ahead of time. You know it ahead of time. You could feel it coming. Big shifts are happening. They're happening now, and I've shared this over and over again. You got to get it in the brain, okay? It happens energetically before it happens physically, or it happens energetically before it manifests in a physical thing before your very eyes. Know this. Trumaine Sanders. Thank you so much, Trumaine. Isolation and reflection have been my most recent journey, leading to revelations in a way. I love you, Tremaine. Absolutely. Isolation, so important. Very grateful for that. Thank you. I shared about that in a video. I'll put that video down below. So important to spend time alone, out of the distractions. A lot of people want to talk. Do you want to talk to God? Do you want to talk to God? You got to sit quietly. Don't listen to people. You got to go inside. It's got to get real quiet. If you watch on the replay, that video will be at the very end of this message. You just click on that. It'll be right down there. You could feel it. You could feel a massive shift. And, you know, again, I make sure I try to go out, I ground. So when I'm experiencing all this wind, like I never was so sensitive to it. Maybe you're more sensitive to wind. You want to sit quietly, you want to sit out in the sun nicely, but like it's just like seeing the trees blow around. And again, we're a global community. Have you been witnessing? And like we could say, oh, it's everywhere. It's not just in his area. All right. Is there a lot of extra wind by you? Again, are you awake? Are you paying attention? A lot of people, they're not paying attention. If you're tuned in now, over 23 minutes in, and you're focused, you could pay attention. And I see the short, again, this is the way of the world. A lot of people, you have to focus on everything. Look at all the nooks and crannies. How do I get through this, Uncle Mike? You have to go within. You got to make sure you're running like a well-oiled machine. And if you click that subscribe button, could you kindly click that subscribe button? We could get 1 million people to subscribe to this channel. What a powerful movement this will be. And I'll have your body running like a well-oiled machine simply by sharing what I have done. Last night, I put up a YouTube short. Please check it out. We were in the armory last night. We're ready for spiritual warfare. Are you ready for spiritual warfare? We were in the armory last night. Such a powerful YouTube short. You should check it out. It's time to get up now. It's time to get up now. Can you feel it? It's time to get up now. Stefan, fist bump to you. I appreciate that, Stefan. I love you. Thank you very much for that. Thomas writes, I was born ready. Yeah, I think a lot of us were born ready. It's a powerful time. These are the things you have to look for. These are the things you have to say, oh, wow, this is not a coincidence that all of these things are happening all at once. It's a synchronicity of the time. Valentine writes, it's so heavy. Yeah, it was very heavy for me in the past couple of days. And again, I'm grateful for, we're all in this together, grateful for your prayers, grateful for the support. You have to realize, and again, the truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. You have to realize these things for yourself. When I go about the day, it's like, and again, I'm paying attention. I'm able to do this because I try to stay out of stress. One of my main goals this year, because I love you all, and it's the same thing that I felt when I did my first video, the love, the quality of life by learning about the 528 hertz frequency. I wanted to share it with the world. And this year, I want to make sure that you or out of stress. So important. Such an important day, Rosemary. A lot of people know the importance of today. But it's time for leaders to lead. It's time for us to rise. And you're going to feel this. You're going to feel it. It's going to manifest in many different ways. It's going to show itself in many different ways. The old way is falling off. This is the new way. Embrace the new. Embrace who you truthfully are inside of you. I've been sharing the concept. We've been retrieving lost fractals of our soul. If you're seeing me for the first time in a long time, Money Loomis, thank you so much. We love you, Archangel Michael. Thank you. I'm very grateful for you. Thanks for being here. I embrace all fractals of my soul. That's why I'm able to do things that nobody else can do. Those words last the test of time. You're hearing this. You see me on the screen. I'm helping you remember who you are. If you could do something that nobody else can do, would you do it? You got to ask yourself the questions. True scientists ask the question. Look at the world the past few years. Are people asking questions? Are they just, oh, I'm just going to go? So that's why we have to rise right now. You have to ask the question. Ask the question. Start asking questions. Question everything. Write it in the comments. Question everything. I questioned everything. I moved forward through the gaslighting, through trash. I went through it all. You have to embrace all the fractals of yourself. We're not just one way. I can embrace my inner child. I can embrace the high commander. I can embrace many different fractals of myself. Boots 2010 writes, do your own research. I love you, Boots. It's a great comment there. Do your own research.
Spoon feed it to me. Can you spoon? Just put the spoon. I need to spoon.
Get up, warriors. We need warriors here. I have warriors in this community. We are warriors in this community.
Just spoon. Give me a spoon.
About to blow up, light warriors. About to explode. And feeling like you're literally going to explode. How do you explain that to a normie? How do you feel? I feel like I'm going to explode. How many people feel like they're just literally, maybe we're all going to explode, okay? Click the like button if you feel like you're going to explode onto the scene. That's the energy theme. The goddess is here. Goddess Luna, thank you so much for the support. I'm very grateful for that. Jen Williams, I love you. 999. It's over, kid. Yeah. Jen writes, felt very overwhelmed yesterday, but leveled out. Yeah. Breathing is so important. Silence. Love it. Self-care, water are our friends now. Thank you, Michael, for all you do. I am very grateful for you, Jen. I love that very much. Yeah, silence and self-care. I actually did a YouTube short on the importance of self-care. Very relevant YouTube short today as well. Trumaine, love you. Thank you again. How many dying breaths until you're just breathing? Brandon Lake. Count them. Beautiful song. A lot of times, Trumaine, thank you for that. I feel like there's a lot of answers. Deep answers to the universe embedded within songs, within movies, within superheroes and comic books. Yeah, I love the comic books. Did you love the superheroes growing up? Do you love comic books, right? The comic book heroes? They actually tell us stories about ourselves. A lot of you know the ones that I embrace in the stories that, you know. So, and again, if you're into superheroes, which a lot of people are, if you resonate with being a light worker, there are going to be certain ones that resonate with you. Maybe not all of them, but they are sharing a story or, you know, something about you see in them. So you have to realize that you have the ability to create a brand new timeline. I learned that on my journey, and I stayed focused on that. And I knew, doing something different, going against the grain, so important at this time, so important. Are you like Doctor Strange? If you'll watch that movie, Doctor Strange, it actually teaches, there's a lot of important information in that movie, Doctor Strange. Very interesting. The answers are right before our very eyes. You have to watch these things with I watch a lot of the movies with the open third eye. Greatest movie to dissect this happening, this timeline split, or what's happening in the world, is the movie called John Carpenter's They Live. Yeah, with Roddy Piper. Do you remember that movie? If you'd never seen that, you watch that movie with the opened third eye. Oh, baby. Yeah. Tremendous stuff going on out there. Again, can't be spoon-fed ascension. If you're new to the channel, I talk about the true ascension journey, where you actually have to do it. The energies have been high. Everything I've been through in the past few years has molded me, has made me grow. I'm grateful to Almighty God for all the shit that He put me. Some of you know my journey. If you're new, please click subscribe. This is the greatest reality show you have ever seen. You can write that in the comments as well. Our Everyday Lives is the greatest reality show. Write that in the everyone embrace that today. Could we embrace that today? Could we blow up on Our Everyday Lives is the greatest reality show. This is the true reality show, not the fake reality shows you see on the TV. I saw it on TV. It's got to be real, right? Always be pumping. We're headed over to the gym after this. We're headed over to the gym. I kind of see how this, what this is morphing into. And there's things that I have to do. You're in this energy right now. You're going to be getting, people call them downloads, ideas. And I know the things that I have to shift. We have to upgrade things. Big time for upgrades. We got to upgrade them. Okay? Absolutely. And again, there's a sorting soul when you go out there. The more, and again, so how do you know who's real, who's not real? A lot of people are able to do this. It's funny, my nana was able to do this lickety split years ago. But a lot of, because of the world, because of the toxins, trauma, thoughts, right? You got to get rid of the negative toxins, trauma, and negative thoughts, right? And then you'll be able to have your clairs up. Yeah, Queen Esther's here. She's floating around. Get your clairs up, kid. Get your clairs up, kid. You're able to get your clairs up. You see how this is all connected? You are going to see a lot of delusion. Hey, do you ever see the delusional people out in the spiritual communities? How you doing? Oh, Uncle Mike's going to fix it now. Your physical wellness is so important for your spirituality. Get your clairs up. A lot of people, they lost access to their clairs because their body is not running like a well-oiled machine. If you want to be healthy again in 2025, could you kindly click that subscribe button? I cut a good promo, right? One day people are going to ask me to do commercials for them. It better be healthy stuff, though. I'm not endorsing anything that's not healthy for the people. Healthy things only. I'm ready to do the commercials now. Yeah, Stephen Boyle writes, there is no tomorrow. Apollo Creed. Oh, that's one of the greatest scenes ever. He's yelling. Everyone loses their way sometimes. We all do. And he's yelling at Rocky, there is no tomorrow. I love that scene. I'm ready to run through the wall. That's part of what I do. I try to pump you guys up, okay, and be ready to run through the wall, okay? Please check out last night's YouTube short. I got comments recently. Hey, I haven't seen you. Please share the videos. Let people know, hey, Our Everyday Lives is on the air. Let them know, because for some reason, people weren't getting it. The internet's weird lately. Do you know about the internet? It's wild what's going on out there. right? But again, these are the frequencies. So the more that we press against it, the more that we're focused on it. So that's what we have. We have to focus, all of us collectively. That's how we change the timeline. We're focusing on the change that's happening right now in March. Massive event, massive shifts. And all we have to do is feel it inside. There's a massive shift inside of us. Are you ready, Megan? Yeah, we got to hit the ground running. We're hitting the ground running right now. Massive shifts, yeah. Electromagnetic storms are coming. Yeah, absolutely, Ronnie. When you look back at a lot of cultures, we'll say, I mean, if you take them and you put them side by side, if I take the Rapture, if I take the Hopi Blue Star Prophecy, I keep sharing it to people. You do your own, Mr. D gives you a homework assignment. You read the Hopi Blue Star Prophecy. You look at Rapture, you look at Hopi Blue Star Prophecy, you look at 3D, 5D timeline split, you look at what Dolores Cannon has shared. If any one of those things resonate with you, it's all the same energy theme, ladies and gentlemen. It's all the same theme. And what I do on this channel, I teach with different modalities so we could bring people together instead of separating everyone in the ego. Do you like that? Do you like this channel? Oh, wow. Isn't that great? I teach, I'll say it again, I teach with different modalities so that I can bring people together instead of separating them. And I'm going to teach you the truth, and that's why I'm grateful. I've gone through a lot of disgraceful things and persecution, and people attack you because, oh, you're not like me. If you are being truthful, if you're actually, okay, we're going to serve all of the people, because a lot of people, they act a certain way. Oh, you're not my thing. I don't like you. Oh, you're left or right. I don't like you. We don't do that up in here. Okay. But what we do is we say not up in here to people that are going to be rude or disrespectful. Okay. Daniel, I appreciate you, Daniel. I'm so grateful for that. I asked Grok if AI compiled all of history and extracted a meta-narrative, what book would be the closest match? And it said the Bible, basically instructions before leaving Earth. Pretty cool, huh? Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for that. So many things that are in the Bible that, and again, I'm sharing this also authentically, that are so relevant. But I'm also here to tell you, you have to go, we'll call it beyond the Bible. Oh, the Bible that you might have been given. Do you know about the book of Enoch? You have to expand even more. Remember, there are things that you were given things, there's even more. That's how we have to, wow, there's even more. That's the energy you have to have. Not just set in our ways, right? So now you could digest the Bible, so important. And then you say, now we go beyond the Bible, right? Books that Christy writes, the books they took out. Stefan writes Gospel of Thomas. Again, do your own research. Check these things out. Don't just sit there with what you were given. Just say, but wait, there's more? Yeah, there's more. How about everyone just write more? We want more. We want more. We want more of these things. We want more. Connie writes 777 books total. Wow. 777. Michael likes that number. Yes. Let's get those 777s going. The rewards are here. The rewards are here. And you have to embrace it. You have to love it. You have to live it. You have to know it. We're leaving that life, that 999 of the year. It's the 999, it's over, kid year. We're leaving that time period of lack, of limitation, and we're heading over to abundance. 1111, make a wish, right? 1111. You're on your journey now. BC writes, seeing that a lot lately. A lot of people are seeing the repeated numbers. Numbers are the universal language. beyond the spoken word. Speak the language. Ready? Speak the language of frequency. It is a maddening time if you go with being a literal person. Once again, so what's the advice you could give me, Uncle Mike? Oh, I'll tell you, Light Warrior. Okay, you have to speak the language of frequency because it will drive you mad. And again, it is the way of the modern society. One of the talking points I gave in pretty much our biggest video is everyone is lying today. Everyone goes on social media. I got to stop saying the word everyone. A lot of people that are in the matrix, see, I got to do a better job too. A lot of people that are in the matrix, which are many, they lie about everything. Leave a comment or emoji if you are witnessing that as well. People lie, I'm just going to lie about everything. That's why the truth is going to explode onto the scene right now. WPOA writes, liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh, the Holy Spirit fire. It's blazing, Light Warriors. The Holy Spirit fire is blazing. It's very important right now, especially it's a very anxiety, crazy time. Overwhelming time. Focus on your solar plexus. Focus on the yellows. Focus on the yellows. Focus on the oranges. What's some advice you could give me, Uncle Mike? Focus on the yellows. Focus on the oranges. Get your power in the midsection. All right. I'm gonna teach you all how to have a powerful midsection. A lot of us, went through a lot. Why did we go through a lot, Uncle Mike, in the midsection? Oh, because of anxiety. Oh, it's fear of the future. Was your future uncertain? Were you, I went through a phase where I felt like I couldn't trust anyone. I had to go into Stone Cold Steve Austin, DTA, don't trust anyone phase. I was hitting everyone with the Stone Cold Stunner. I had to. I talk about it as Motherbird Mike phase. We all went through this phase in the past few years. It's time to rise. This is happening now. So please comment down below. Are you experiencing, did you have AM radio station interference? Any of these things ringing in the ears? If you just stumbled on, rewatch the video. There will be a relevant video at the bottom of this if you're watching on the replay. Please head over to the channel page, YouTube Shorts. Check them all out. Share them all. Share all the videos. Okay, and I got a few comments. Share the video. Say, hey, Our Everyday Lives is on the air. We're here. We're here every single day, and probably going to be here twice a day. The bigger that we grow, there's so much to do. There's so much to talk about. The greatest support of all. Could you kindly click that like button right now if you haven't? So grateful. Please click subscribe. It's a great support for the channel. It allows our voice to be heard across the world. Wherever you're located in the world, we are heard on every single continent. So even comment that down below. What continent, what country are you from? It's a very powerful time period. Let's navigate appropriately. Let's do it the proper way. That's what we do on this channel. We're going to do it the proper way. We're going to do it with balance and alignment. Let's stay focused physically, mentally, and spiritually. Let's build the kingdom of God. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, Light Warriors, just keep going. It's a powerful time. I love you all. We have Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon. We have a brand new Facebook Shorts. We got TikToks. We're talking. We have a brand new 2-hour video on Patreon. We had a very powerful conversation last night. The link is in the description. I'm grateful for all of your support. Also, if you are connecting with me on Facebook and you're requesting, please interact on the post and I will confirm through there. Why is that, Uncle Mike? Because some of them are AI bots. Do you know about AI bots that are out there? It's not even a profile. So that's how, if you're interacting with posts, I know that you're real. It's crazy. Do you know about the internet? Yeah. So, and we have a good time. We laugh, and we get to do all this stuff. It's 24/7. I'm like Troy Polamalu, never not working. I'm always working. So I love you guys. Love you guys so much. Keep going. Please share the videos. Great support. Be empowered. Stay empowered. I am the defender of our everyday lives. It's time to birth something new. I love you all. Keep going, kid.